Fruit trees are a great addition to add to your garden. Now, one of my favourites is a lemon tree. That being because it's evergreen, so you've always got foliage, but more so, it tends to fruit for most of the year. Lemon trees are reasonably low maintenance fruit trees, but there are key fundamental things that I suggest to do in order to maximise those crops. Firstly, I like to feed my lemon trees every 3 months, and a good guide for that is to base it on the seasons and just use an organic fertiliser. But you could purchase a purpose-made citrus food. It tends to be high in potash, which means that you're hopefully going to have more flowers, resulting in more fruit. One of the issues sometimes you face is they do attract some pests, particularly things like citrus leaf miner and aphids. To overcome that, I just spray it with some white oil or some purpose eco oil, making sure you also cover the underside of the leaves. Another issue with citrus is that they have shallow roots. So in the hot weather, they can be susceptible to actually drying out. To overcome that, I suggest mulching the base of your plants. Another great tree we have in the garden is a quince tree. I love quinces. They're really easy to grow. You only need one because they self-pollinate and they produce fruit in autumn. They also produce a really nice blossom as they're part of the rose family. In terms of maintenance, they don't require really any pruning, only really just to get rid of any old dead wood and just to keep some shape, making it easy to actually pick some of the fruit. Okay. The other thing to do in terms of general maintenance is just to give a feed, say once a year, of just some organic fertiliser, just a couple handfuls, and then actually mulch the base of the tree. That should stop it from competing with weeds and also help to retain moisture. Now, the thing with quinces, you're going to get all the fruit at once. So the great way to actually utilise that produce is to preserve it. So I'm going to pick some now and I'm going to do exactly that. We're here with Carolyn from A Bit of Jam and Pickle.
Hi.
How you going?
Good.
Now, we've picked some quinces. Now, like many of us, I have no idea what to make with them half the time. Can you give us some ideas?
We can
make?
Yes. They are a fruit you cannot eat raw, so you do need to make a preserve. You can do cakes and all sorts of things, but a jelly is my favourite, so we're going to do that today.
Okay, so how do you go about it?
You just chop everything.
Everything?
Everything. You're going for the seed casings because they're really high in pectin.
What do you do next?
Just if it's 2 kilos of fruit, you add 2 litres of water. If you want to pop that in,
Yep.
we can turn the heat on.
Okay, perfect. Nothing else in here?
Just water and
Just
fruit.
water and you just stew it?
You want the fruit to really break down.
Okay.
So that, it all falls apart, and that's when you strain it.
And how long does that normally take?
About 20 minutes.
20 minutes, all right. So not an all-day affair?
Well, you do need to strain it overnight.
Okay.
So that's where the time factor comes in. And then you're left with the liquid that you add sugar to start doing the jelly.
Well, there you go. We're just going to let that cook for 20 minutes and let it rest overnight. And there, no excuses. If you've got produce, you should be preserving it. And not only is it really easy to do, but it's also a lot of fun. Thanks for coming along today.
Thanks, Fab.
All right, cool.